Well, just when you thought D.C. couldn't get more toxic, along comes Congressman Eric Cantor showing it can actually improve with the right efforts. The majority leader with a jobs bill he says the president is also supporting. Lots of other Democrats are applauding. And today the House overwhelmingly passing it. The Virginia Republican Congressman joining me right now. Leader Cantor, good to have you.
Neil, good to be on.
It is interesting. I guess the next stop is the Senate, but you might not be able to get it to stop there, right? Do you know where this stands?
Well, you know, we're hopeful, Neil, that the leader in the Senate, Harry Reid, will take the president's admonition and say this is a good bill, go ahead and pass it and get it to the president's desk as quickly as possible. Because what the bill does, plain and simple, is it reduces the red tape that's been strangling small businesses and getting in the way of small business startups and allows these small businesses more access to capital so they can grow, so they can retain and create more jobs. Very simply put, it allowed us to set aside differences today in the House, to come together as Republicans and Democrats, as Americans, to do what we need to do to jumpstart the economy by giving a shot in the arm to small business.
I don't want to be jaded, maybe because I've watched you guys a long time, and I know you've tried to be a very different leader, and I commend you for that. But I almost think that the president could say he's going along with this, but if Harry Reid doesn't, then it's all posturing, right?
Well, you know, I hope that assessment doesn't turn out to be true this time because, you know, we've certainly seen last year the divide in this town on display. And I think we all know that reasonable people can disagree. But what we're trying to do right now is take advantage of a window of opportunity to say we can get together on things that we have in common, and that should be growth. Growth in jobs in the private sector. That's what the Jobs Act was about today. And again, the vote was overwhelming. We had 390 members vote for the bill, 158 Democrats joining all Republicans. I think this is a recipe for success and something that begins to get us down the road towards more growth in the economy.
Congressman, as you know, the Senate did not support this push to get the Keystone issue moving forward. That was a measure by Senator Hoeven to take the president out of the mix, not so much to allow drilling, but take him out of this debate. The Senate implored Democrats not to go along with this, but 11 of them did. I didn't pick apart how many were up for election this year, but obviously when you bolt from your own party and your own party's leader, to say nothing of the President of the United States, you're worried. Should Democrats be worried about this right now? It was only 4 votes shy of getting through. 56 approved this measure. It just didn't hit the magic 60. But what do you make of that?
Look, gas prices are too high. It's acting as a tax on Americans every time they go to the pump. And when people are struggling in a tough economy, worrying about making through the end of the month, it matters. And this administration has proven again and again that it's just hostile to fossil fuels. And any reasonable individual is going to say that our economy is going to be fossil fuel based for the foreseeable future. We can do so and affect that in a positive, responsible manner. But this administration has made it known that it doesn't see a future in fossil fuels, and that's what's at issue here. And the president, if he were interested in trying to quell the concerns, allay the fears, could join us in making sure that we take advantage of all the indigenous resources we have here, because frankly in America we can go about extracting those resources in the most responsible way of anyone in the world.
Leader, you parted from some of the other House and Senate Republican leaders by maybe going out on a limb and backing Mitt Romney for president. Why is that? Why are you pretty much it among the big cheeses?
I don't know if I'm in that category or not, but I will tell you this, Brett. Mitt Romney is the only candidate in the race on our side, as well as the president, who has put forward a pro-growth plan to get this economy back on track. A bold plan that reduces tax rates for everyone paying income taxes, that prescribes the solution to get rid of the red tape, to get out of the way so the private sector can come roaring back. Mitt Romney is the only one who's got a history of job creation in the race. So it seems to me right now, with the primary concern being the economy, Mitt Romney is the man for the job.
But do you feel that he stumbles over his own words? I mean, the Cadillac remarkable. I know what he means by these things. I know what he means by being down a NASCAR race and saying he has friends who are NASCAR owners and all. But it just makes him appear to a lot of folks as elitist and out of touch. What do you say to that?
Well, listen, I know that the campaign life is grueling, and he's been at this for some time, but I would say if you look at the record, if you look at his plan, he is the only man that I think could be leading this country at a time that we most need a leader that's committed to free market principles to get small businesses back into the game. And as we just discussed, we're very focused on that in Congress right now, rallying both Republicans and Democrats around an agenda for small business job growth. Mitt Romney has a record of doing that, and I believe that the more the American people look at his plan, the more they'll get excited about the fact that he can be our next president and actually turn this economy around.
So you don't agree with what Newt Gingrich has said, that he's totally unelectable, too moderate for words, not really conservative. Moderates tend to not be successful Republican candidates. He's going to go down in flames.
No, I think he's a results-driven conservative, and I think his record shows that.
Okay. Here's what I'll do, Eric Carter. I know you talk to a lot of people. You call me Brett. That's okay. Next time you talk to Brett.
Neil, I'm sorry.
Hey. No, you talk to Brett next time. Call him Neil. It will drive him nuts. The guy has an ego like the Chrysler Building. No, I'm kidding. It was great talking to you. Thank you very much, Majority Leader.
Neil, thank you.
Eric Cantor.